Hey, my lovely, lovely, wonderful, beautiful, handsome, spectacular people. A pleasant evening to everybody. So, beautiful people, I was watching the news this evening and it said it had a different caption, but I'm just looking at this particular caption now. And it says public sector wage negotiations to start on July 2. And I know that I'm going to look back at what the other caption says and use it as my post, maybe, or use this particular one. And this was, done from the 25th of June or June 25, 2025 by a Prince Moore. All right, it says here, the Ministry of Finance has scheduled a meeting for July 2 with the Jamaica Confederation of Trade Unions, that is the JCTU, to start wage negotiations for public sector employees for the period 2025 to 2028 period. The JCTU had said the workers are restive, meaning they're antsy itching, they're not easing up over the government's delay in starting wage negotiations. Boy, every time it comes to the whole wage negotiations, it's like it's a tussle. It's like a difficulty. It's like trying to pull a candy from a baby. You ever see a candy when that baby latches onto the candy? You can't yank it from that baby now, lest you create harm and damage to that child. And if the picking it he or she trong. He picking it trong. Hard to get it over. So that's how it is. As it relates, reminds me of a situation with this situation. Like we just can't seem to yank the candy that will rot the baby's teeth from the baby. It's very difficult, getting the proper wage negotiations. So it says it had warned that there could be disruption in the sector if the Ministry of Finance failed to meet with the union body by yesterday. I heard them quoting some dates that they're going to meet during the month of July. Let's see if it happens. I remember some time ago that situation was stated in the news media and it did not materialize at all until, I don't know if it was a year or far more later. We hope not. So the July 2 meeting at the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service will be chaired by Xavier Main, Minister of State in the Ministry of Finance and Public Service, starting at 10 a.m. Last week, Radio Jamaica News reported that a dispute was brewing between the government and the JCTU in the pending wage negotiations. And please don't forget that the Jamaica Civil Service Association is also having issues as it relates to monies being released to the civil servants, which is a part of the public sector service. So both unions and groups are having difficulty because, the Jamaica Civil Service Association is talking about either retroactive monies to be paid out to the staff for the period 2022 to 2025, that 3-year period. We're not hear gunfire about that as yet, but let's see. So the JCTU submitted its 2025 to 2027 wage and fringe benefits claim to the government last November, seeking an increase of 15% in year 1 and 10% in year 2. All right. I mean, these are not grandiose figures. I guess we would like to hear 100 and 200 and 300% increase. Oh my God, that would be music, sweet, lovely, serene, yet flamboyant music to the ears. But the ministry, in its counter offer submitted to the Confederation last week, requested a 4-year contract. The Finance Ministry has reportedly offered an increase of 0% in year 1. Near the buzzer go with the big X. 2.5% in year 2. No. 2.5% in year 3. Absolutely not. And 2.5% in year 4. A combined increase of 7.5% over 4 years. I don't like that one. I think I like what the JCTU has proposed. 15% in year 1 and 10% in year 2. The offer was strongly rejected by the JCTU in a letter sent to Finance Minister Favour Williams. Let me take a sigh first, my wonderful Jamaican people. And don't get me wrong, people. I'm not a financial guru. I'm not an economist. I'm not maybe you could fall. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a mathematician. I'm just calling every numbers related, any quantitative related subject or training. That's not my area of speciality. It's something that I'm trying to get some basic understanding of in terms of financial stewardship. One of the beautiful things I remember reading in a book about financial stewardship is that increase must be brought in. So part of stewardship, budgeting is just one aspect, but part of stewardship means the ability to bring in an increase. So we're going to juxtapose it to your own work life. Part of bringing an increase can come in the form of increments, can come in the form of a promotion, because if you're promoted, you will get a higher pay because you're in something higher and better. So that would be part of the financial stewardship, and how you allocate the monies thereafter, where the monies work for you, speaks to even greater financial stewardship. The public sector workers and auxiliaries, I guess, and all related stakeholders, but especially the public sector workers, have been having difficulties over decades, I suppose, or maybe not decades, but for a long time, in getting proper salaries, in getting solid, acceptable salaries, And one of the questions that I keep asking is that they keep saying there is no money. Where has the money gone? It has not left the planet. It has not left the planet. As far as I know, the money has not gone to moon. It has not gone to Mars. It has not gone to Jupiter. It has not gone to Saturn. It has not gone to, well, it will burn up in Mercury, since there is the closest to the sun. But the reality is that the money has not left the planet. Our dollar can only be traded in Jamaica. So where is the money? We have to be careful how we are quick to say that there is no money when the country gets a lot of investment in various ways, including loans. So investments comes in different formats, different aids, grants, all kinds of things. All the criminal money fund they have. So money is here, but it is how it is allocated. I think it was the former President Barack Obama, when he came to Jamaica. Was it he? If it wasn't he, it was somebody, some other dignitary, that mentioned that they wouldn't want their country to be similar to ours, where the disparity between the rich and the poor is great. It's like a gulf. You can clearly see the disparity. One particular politician, whom I actually like and admire, I think that man was a politician, stated some years ago, I think, over 10 years ago it was. So that we're talking long before COVID, that anyone earning, when you worked out the yearly figure that he had quoted at the time, anyone earning under $500,000, anyone earning $500,000 per month, obviously, or less, but he never mentioned the or less. We don't, because it goes without saying, they are barely scraping, they're struggling. I never forgot that. And this was somebody who has training in finance, to be honest with you, who said it. The politician, popular politician, had said anyone earning under 500,000, 2.5, 7.5, ridiculous. No. I agree with the JCTU, 15% in year one, 10% in year two. People need money. Times are hard, times are difficult. People need money. We need to stop the footing around and give the people the money. We just need to stop the talking, the meeting, and just say, all right, we're going to give it to you. Just at the stroke of a pen and at the handshake. Please give the public sector workers, all barring none, the increase. 10%, 15, then 10. Guys, you know what to do with TikTok and YouTube.